Republicans racing against the clock to repeal Obamacare are fighting against Democrats, angry patient advocates and a who's who of health industry groups. Yet one of the most formidable opponents they face is an unlikely wild card, the comedian Jimmy Kimmel. Kimmel, the late-night host of ABC's Jimmy Kimmel Live program, has emerged as the public face of the resistance to the GOP's effort to pass an Obamacare repeal bill. The late-night host is accusing the Republicans, particularly Senator Bill Cassidy, a physician who helped craft the bill, of threatening to steal health care from millions of Americans. And he's using his own family's health care nightmare to drive the charges home, arguing that his infant son, Billy, born with a congenital heart defect requiring extensive care, would be among those to lose coverage under the Republicans' bill. Cassidy in May vowed not to support any repeal proposal that failed to protect patients with pre-existing conditions from a loss of coverage or skyrocketing out-of-pocket costs, a standard he coined the Jimmy Kimmel test. Kimmel hasn't forgotten the promise. He's lashed out at Cassidy for authoring a bill the comedian says flouts the senator's own standard. On health care, Cassidy flunks his own Jimmy Kimmel test, Kimmel tweeted on Monday. He's since followed up with late-night monologues emphasizing the point. For the Democrats, Kimmel is something of a godsend, a popular TV personality willing to use his public platform to protect former President Obama's signature law. And they're milking his celebrity for all it's worth, issuing a slew of statements invoking him. The Democratic Senatorial Campaign Committee on Thursday launched a digital ad campaign targeting 12 Republican senators for supporting an effort that they say fails the Kimmel test. Anytime you have a popular public figure able to tell a genuine emotional story, it's powerful, said a former Democratic leadership aide. In this case, Kimmel has an enormous platform to speak from and a message that is hard to dismiss as partisan. He's not speaking as a liberal or a conservative. He's speaking as a father who has had to personally deal with something that everyone can relate to. It is hardly unusual for entertainment superstars to dive into partisan politics. Jane Fonda tapped her celebrity to become among the most outspoken, and controversial, opponents of the Vietnam War. MoveOn.org routinely taps Hollywood stars to promote its liberal fundraising efforts. And the Emmy Awards show, aired this week, was chock full of Trump references, and a large bulk of the prizes went to politically charged shows like Veep, Saturday Night Live and John Oliver's weekly program on HBO. But for a well-known figure like Kimmel to plunge so deeply into a battle over a particular piece of legislation, and to do so on a personal level, is more rare. Perhaps not since Jon Stewart, the former host of Comedy Central's Daily Show, hounded Congress to extend health care benefits to 911 emergency responders, has a celebrity participated so aggressively in a partisan policy fight on Capitol Hill. Conservatives, racing to pass a repeal bill before month's end, when fast-track procedural rules expire, have taken note, accusing Kimmel of butting into a policy debate he knows nothing about. I always turn to millionaire comedians for my healthcare public policy, Matt Lewis, a conservative columnist, quipped on CNN Thursday. I wish Jimmy Kimmel would focus on being funny instead of giving healthcare advice. Senator Lindsey Graham, RSC, who authored the repeal bill with Cassidy, has also accused Kimmel of being uninformed, saying the comedian simply adopted some liberal talking points that are absolutely garbage. He bought it hook, line and sinker, Graham told NBC News Wednesday. I'm sorry he does not understand, Cassidy echoed Wednesday on CNN's New Day program. The comedian was quick to respond to such attacks, using his monologue on Wednesday night's Jimmy Kimmel Live show to mock his critics. Which part don't I understand? The part where you cut $243 billion from federal healthcare assistance? Am I not understanding the part where states would let insurance companies price you out of coverage for having pre-existing conditions? He said. Could it be, Senator Cassidy, that the problem is that I do understand and you got caught with your GOP-ness out? Is that possible? The ferocity of the debate has energized liberals, who feel the Republicans are being schooled in the debate. Conservatives are embarrassed that a late-night comic did more due diligence on Graham Cassidy than Graham Cassidy, or its supporters. Jon Favreau, former speechwriter for President Obama, tweeted Thursday. At the heart of the debate are the patient protections under Obamacare that prohibit private health insurers from refusing coverage, or demanding higher costs, from those with pre-existing condition.